And welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, is my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what are you having?
Oh, you know me. Some Tito, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lure 7 Oaks Cabernet, as per usual, as you like to say. Well, Nikki, Cody Rhodes may be turning heel. Stephanie Vaquer is becoming a made woman. And we pay tribute to the late, great Hulk Hogan. It's Friday, July 25th, 2025. And this is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's ready more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in. Happy Friday, everybody. If you're new here, welcome in. Smash the old like and subscribe. If you are a regular, you know we love having you. Welcome back in. Nikki, it has been a week. It has been a crazy week. I mean, it was relatively quiet until recently. Yeah. And then all hell broke loose, or craziness happened later this week. So we kind of rewrote the show last night on the fly, so to speak. So there is a lot to get to this week. So we're doing the show a little bit kind of acoustically, so to speak. I mean, we still got the production that we normally get.
We got all Nick's drops he loves to play.
But a little less kayfabe than usual. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit of everything. But more conversation. I know, we'll see. But we kick it off with our favorite segment, Josh, his favorite segment as well, Nikki's non-kayfabe news.
Oh, my babies. This is going to be quite the segment. We'll start with the lighter affair, which I kind of said to Nick, are we even going to bring this up? Because originally this was the topic. Will Ospreay is injured. He had a neck injury, finally got looked at, and I believe it's his 2 and 6 vertebrae are messing with his spinal cord. And then he was just on Wednesday, he was apologetic to the crowd. He's like, I'm going to be back for Wrestle Dream, which is the end of August, the 15th. Honestly, after I think it's SummerSlam, Wrestle Dream, then Parody.
October 18th.
Oh.
So it's a little while. We got a little while.
Then I'm misquoting what pay-per-view it is. So I thought it's the one that's coming. Forbidden Door. When's Forbidden Door? That's August. I'm confusing my pay-per-view.
Yes.
Because I think it's SummerSlam, Forbidden Door. So whatever. He's not going to be back there. But basically, a lot of people saying that kind of injury can take,
Forbidden Door's week, yeah.
Yeah, it's Forbidden Door. I'm sorry. There's so many.
August 24th.
Thank you. Okay. So they're saying that's relatively quick for this kind of injury, but he seemed like he was going to be there. So I don't know. But it's also scary a little bit that he was just like, oh, yeah, I hid this from people. But he's like, I don't know, in the kayfabe way, he's like, I didn't tell anyone because we're doing this for AEW and we had to get the belt back and, Hangman did it. And I'm like, no.
So there's a couple things, and this is going to be a very WWE-oriented show tonight, so
This
a
is
lot
our-
less.
yeah,
This is
everyone.
probably the only thing in AEW we'll talk about. If you want to call in, we'll talk AEW
Mhm.
as well. But so a couple things. I'm reminded, I told you this before the show, like Jericho came on when he had his feud with Ospreay, whatever it was, a year and a half ago. And he says that basically he's like, I don't, using all the flips that you do, and Josh likes to use the flippy doos that he does. He's like, you're going to get yourself injured and hurt and all that. And he's like, I don't want to see you in a wheelchair or crippled, whatever it was. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, all the stuff that he does so many crazy athletic acrobatic moves. Is he wrestling too reckless? And he had the option to go to WWE. Would he have been toned down a little bit had he gone to WWE? Was that the right decision going to AEW? Because I thought for sure he was going to be a megastar in AEW. He signed relatively the same time. I think we did the show the same time Okada signed. And it was like, and I was like to the moon that he was going to be AEW's big megastar by signing there. And he hasn't really broken out in any way and done much. So I thought about that, like, what Jericho's saying, like all the stuff you're doing, you need to tone it down. You're going to be injured and you're going to get yourself hurt. And sure enough, there's what happened. Part two is the kayfabe portion of this, that if he was, now maybe he didn't know until recently that he was going to have to be out, but at All In, he gets taken out with the chair as part of the whole gimmick, right? Like kind of like Seth Rollins was, like I said, it was basically like their version of
I think
Cody winning.
he finally told them, but I think it's been a problem longer than he told them. I think that's why they did the spot, but apparently he's been wrestling.
So the point is, though,
Mhm.
if that was the spot, okay, and that you want to go with is that, and you knew, why not have him and Swerve lose at All In, because they couldn't challenge for a year, and the only person that hurts really more so is Swerve, because now he could be out 2-3 months, recover Ospreay, and that's 2 or 3 months of storyline. You don't have to worry about him writing him in and overusing him or whatever. It would have made more sense, and you still have the foil for Hangman for the next couple months with the Bucks. I thought storyline wise, it didn't make as much sense.
I don't know how the Bucks are, but I think this was more a storyline for it was a Bucks story, not a Swerve Ospreay story. I think they just wanted to get Ospreay and Swerve on the card, and that's why they were the tag teams or the tag match.
I don't know, but let us know in the comments below what you think about Ospreay. Is he going to be coming back for August 24th? Should be a little longer time frame than that. Do you think, like I do, he should have probably, him and Swerve should have dropped to the Bucks at All In? I don't know. It's a lot to consider, but
moving on to sadder things about sadder things. WWE Hall of Famer, rock icon legend, the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne, passed away. And it's so incredibly sad because, he just had his farewell concert.
Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, the big throne he sat and sang, and it's just like, I just feel like he sort of held on to do that performance. He wanted to do that last gig, and then he, passed away, and it's so incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Like, legend.
Obviously, yeah, rock legend. WWE, used for a tremendous amount of themes. Everyone knows. I mean, I don't know if WWE used it that much, but like Crazy Train is used. Not only WWE, but like NFL stadiums, sports stadiums around the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talk about oh my gosh, War Pigs.
I was gonna say, okay.
No, go ahead.
For a second, I thought you weren't gonna say War Pigs, and I was gonna thank you for not remembering. War Pigs, that's the big War Games theme. I think maybe his most iconic song, and fight me in the comments.
I'm a little surprised that Iron Man hasn't been used as much. Like, I can't think of a PLE with Iron Man on it, or anything along those lines. But WWE, he was a Hall of Famer 2021. He also made appearances at WrestleMania 2, as far back as WrestleMania 2. Jeez. 30, what are we at now? 39 years ago? Is that right? 40, no. 42. No, 42. 40 years ago. Jeez. 40 years ago, because it was 42 this year. And he he was with Captain Lou Albano to manage the British Bulldogs as they captured the World Tag Team Championships at that point in time. Then obviously used a lot throughout the 2000s with whenever he'd have a hit song, a new single coming out, they would use him a lot. So again, will be sorely missed. Oh, Steve, Road Warriors used Iron Man in the NWA and AWA in the 80s.
Well, it's coming before that. It's beautiful. Thank you, Steven. Like, again, his final concert was for a charity. Right? The final one was...
He sang his own... Yeah, it seems like he sang his own funeral and raised 9 figures for kids' hospitals on the way out the door. Exits don't get more metal than that. Yeah.
Agreed.
Well put. All right, Nikki.
All right, kids. I guess this is what we all came here to talk about. I got our buddy here. Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, passed away yesterday from cardiac arrest. And I feel there's a lot of feelings about his passing. So I told Nick I wanted to read a tweet from Brett Lauderdale, who is the owner promoter of GCW. And I just feel like his tweet, like, that's how I feel. And Brett posted, Brett Lauderdale, if you're a wrestling fan over 30, Hulk Hogan shaped your childhood. 2 times he led wrestling pop culture phenomenons, made wrestling cool. WWF 80s explosion, NWO 90s explosion. He was an American icon. Sadly, he tarnished his own legacy, and his transgressions will be remembered equally. And I was just like, yeah, we're all here. We're all here right now. I love wrestling. And he's one of the big reasons why it became mainstream and popular. And then, the 90s, the Attitude Era again, and the NWO era, we had Mark on the show talking about how influential NWO was. So it's just like these mixed feelings of like, yeah, we're all here because of him. But then all of the nasty, disgusting, awful things that he had said post that, and then never apologized properly for. To me, again, we say a lot of him on the show, but just like, it's hard to, again, separating the art from the artist. Again, why we're here, part of why we love wrestling. But maybe not necessarily, like, my heart goes out to Nick and Brooke, his kids, his wife, his family, his friends, but it's just like, do I mourn for the person himself? I don't know.
Right. No, I get that. And we had a couple people that I reached out to that were, obviously on the show, friends of the show that were close to him. Mike Chioda, I reached out to, legendary referee who reffed his match, Hulk Hogan's match with The Rock at WrestleMania 18. Said it was a real sad day, and he's been, kind of staying in contact with him. So, over the years. So obviously everyone has a story and, memories. And that's kind of what I wanted to open this up to here. What is your favorite Hulk Hogan memory? There's a lot to kind of dive into, to go into, with man himself. And you kind of mentioned it. Again, we're not talking about the person. We're separating the person himself. We're talking about Hulk Hogan, the character, what he did for professional wrestling and everything on the kayfabe side of things and the wrestling side of things. We're exclusively sticking with that side of this. So in terms of your Hulk Hogan's memories, to me, you could talk about him coming up and everything that the Hulkamania, the rise of Hulkamania over the years, right? Like, you can talk about, to me, one of the first memories I had was actually the steel cage with King Kong Bundy. I don't know if it was just because, like, I was just at that age at that point in time. But where I was
main event of WrestleMania 2. It's the blue cage is so iconic.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember, maybe just that's for me memory. Like, there's a lot. Like, Hulk Hogan is just throughout my childhood. Main event after main event. And I know Joho. If Joho's in the chat, he asked us a trivia question, which we have trivia coming up. So the link is in the chat. So make sure you chime in there if you want to be the lucky caller who does trivia. But again, and then moving along to the Hogan Andre moments. Obviously, it wasn't the first time he slammed him. I know that, but
the iconic slam.
Yeah, and just this was one of those moments, I think, iconic moment that I think helped put professional wrestling on the map. On that front. I don't know, do you have any particular Hogan memories, Nikki?
I am wearing my Macho Man shirt. Again, like the Mega Powers. The Mega Powers are so crazy, and then breaking up was so crazy. And it's like, you got lust in your eyes for Miss Elizabeth. And just like their rivalry, that, Mania match is just, I don't know what's more. I honestly, 80s wrestling is them.
Yeah, and how they both essentially, when they defected to WCW, that's what helped completely. I mean, Hogan especially, and then Savage came along and moved the needle with the Slim Jim stuff. Like, both of them collectively made WCW, helped make WCW into the powerhouse that it was at the time. And then ultimately, again, he moves on. You can't talk about Hogan. We brought on Mark Ramondi a couple weeks back without talking about
NWO?
The iconic
Heel turn.
NWO heel turn, which I'm gonna say it right now, better than Cena. They compared Cena
Obviously.
Way better. This is 150%, arguably the biggest, if not the biggest of all time heel turn in professional wrestling. I don't know. Tell me one that's bigger than this.
I don't think there is. This is it. This was the catalyst for so much. The rise of WCW and NWO and WWE having to do their Attitude Era and all that stuff. Like, this was just so huge. I don't think there's anything comparable.
Yeah, I mean, this is, like you said, like, then it got so many people.
But yeah, then it got bloated in crazy pants and egos, and that's not gonna work for me, brother. But, yeah.
But the first, well, I mean, the Horsemen were around. The Horsemen were around, so they were a heel faction at the point. But this was the first mega.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is the first heel faction. I'm saying this is the first mainstream. Again, go read Mark's book. He wrote a whole book on it. How this just changed so much. And again, with him in the 80s and him in the 90s, he changed so much. I'm like, this is why we're sitting here right now. As much as I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But it's true. It is true. It's 100% true.
Yeah. The other thing I want to kind of point, I don't know why this kind of sticks in, but the Hogan Warrior. Do we do Warriors on account? Jackson.
Do you want me to go get them?
Nah.
Well, we have the Ultimate Warrior version of this guy.
Yeah. Which these things.
Well, they're technically mine.
I have one too. Stop being so
but mine are here. These are my
Nikki
childhood.
Nikki's not good with sharing.
I'm not. They're mine. How dare
you? But yeah, this iconic match, which I thought for sure. I was a Hulkamaniac. I thought Hogan was going over. I was rooting for Hogan in this match. Were you a Warrior?
I was Warrior. I told you, never was a Hogan. Macho Man. Warrior. Maybe I was rooting for him against Sergeant Slaughter. In that. Poor Brett.
Reese is in chat. What's up, Reese? For me, the NWO should have been 5 to 7 members maximum, but the mainstream changed the wrestling. NWO took the big mantle from the Four Horsemen and the Freebirds. Freebirds. That's a good one. I forgot about that.
Again, it's just like they were the cool guys, and that's the rise of the cool heel, and you wanted to root for them because they were so cool. Like, again, when they, threw poor Rey Mysterio into the trailer and how they were just leaving carnage and destruction, like, everyone was like, what are they going to do next? Like, everyone tuned in to watch to see what the three of them were going to do.
Yeah. That was definitely the strongest the group was, I think.
Yeah.
Because you just,
And it's just, them coming in, it was like, Scott coming in first, and it's like, you know who I am, you don't know why I'm here, and then, Kevin Nash comes, and then it's like a third man, and then all of a sudden it's like Hulk, and you're like, what? And then cuts a heel promo.
Wrestling's greatest what if? What if that was Sting? Could have been Sting.
I don't think we may be here right now.
I know. We're not here. The wrestling industry, the wrestling industry is completely
because then this also made Sting that turned into the Crow Sting to watching the Raptors. And that's the Sting that everyone loves. So you needed this to have that.
which, by the way, bring back heels season 3.
Oh
because
yeah,
they're mimicking that storyline, and I absolutely want.
yeah.
One.
Heels that was on Stars is not on Netflix with the guy from Arrow that I'm blanking on, Stephen Amell, and the guy who's in Hunger Games. He plays Kato. I'm blanking on his name.
Kato in what's it called?
In Hunger Games. It's the guy who plays Ace, but he also played the Hunger Games he played Kato in the Hunger Games.
Oh. Yeah.
Alexander, no. Anyway, go watch
Wolf?
it.
No, that's wrestling.
That's wrestling.
But Nikki,
I was going to say Mary McCormick. She has fun. But yes, move on. I'm going to stop holding, but I do you want to hit my music because then you want to go into the next thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so a bunch of sad stuff.
All right, Nikki. So in honor of, we don't really do Nikki's news and trivia, but in honor of, we said we threw it around in honor of tonight's show being a tribute show to the late great Hulk Hogan. We are opening up trivia, bringing it back in. So it's going to be Hulk Hogan trivia, Hulk Hogan themed trivia, brother. So the link's in the chat. One caller will be our guesser.
Contestant?
I can't say
I
that.
think you just
Guest
contestant.
contestant.
Okay.
Yes. But Nikki, let's hit it for trivia. Nikki. Reese, I know you're eager, but I got to do it. We have another caller that came in just before you, and this one is just perfect. Like you said, we are paying tribute to the late, great Hulk Hogan. So who better than a friend of the show? Come in, Murdog. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
On the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, on the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh.
Get back in, Murdog. Oh, you're muted.
But it doesn't have the mute thing up. So why can't we hear him?
Oh, try that. Someone keeps cutting out the Hulkster's mic. Unbelievable. I don't know. All right, we think you got him. You got it right this time.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. My microphone was muted, dude.
It was. See? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Welcome to the show. What should we call
Edoros? Huh?
Hollywood Murdog? What do we call
Hollywood Murdog, yeah. I preferred this one over the red and yellow because I didn't wash it yet because I actually wore it the day he died. We went out for a walk and I said, I'm Hulk Hogan going for a walk around the neighborhood and I don't care. And so I put it in the laundry. So I was like, oh, man.
I love it.
Love it.
So I went with Hollywood today because why not?
Exactly. I know. I think my NWO shirt is somewhere in the laundry.
The sunglasses are fogging up heavily, though. So.
All right, Murdog. Are you ready? 5 questions.
Okay.
I tried to get them ascending toughness, so who knows? It's debatable. And there are some asterisks for some of these questions. But question number 1. I'll put this up big screen here. What major WWE event did Hulk Hogan main event in 1985? Was it A, SummerSlam, B, the Royal Rumble, C, Survivor Series, or D, WrestleMania 1?
That's easy, Nick. That's D, WrestleMania 1.
Murdog is saying WrestleMania 1. Let's see the chat. Anyone in the chat wants? We usually have. I throw it in kind of a "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire" element of a phone a friend. If it
Oh, you're gonna have to bring it to beat me.
I know Reese was 5 for 5, and Steven was 5 for 5. So we're gonna have a trivia off at some point in time with all of our.
You're gonna have to get me on like what was Hogan's social security number to stump me, which I still might know the answer to. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. All right. You said WrestleMania 1, and that is correct. Murdog is 1 for 1. Okay. Question number 2. Let me get this up. I'm going to keep switching back. I don't like the new StreamYard layout. Who did Hulk Hogan defeat to win his first WWF Championship in 1984? Was it A, Bob Backlund, B, Sergeant Slaughter, C, the Iron Sheik, or D, Don Morocco?
That was interesting because Hogan's ascension in WWE at that time, it was really fast-tracked. And Hulk Hogan substituted for Bob Backlund in the match against the Iron Sheik January 23rd, 1984 at Madison Square Garden and beat the Iron Sheik. And he was also the first person ever to break out of the camel clutch. So the answer is C, the Iron Sheik.
So Murdog is going C, the Iron Sheik. Nikki?
I'm agreeing.
Nikki agrees. Let us know in the chat. Murdog, you, sir, are 2 for 2.
Yeah, brother.
Love it.
Well done. Well done. Let's see how the chat did on some of these. Lori S. in the chat said, tricky.
Lori, I love you immensely. You're making my
Welcome, Lori. Yes, you're making Nikki's day. All right. Question 3. Which talk show host did Hogan accidentally knock out with a front face lock on live TV? Was it A, David Letterman, B, Conan O'Brien, C, Richard Belzer, or D, Johnny Carson?
This is a tough one. If I had to guess, I would say Richard Belzer, because I do remember a skit of him questioning the legitimacy of the moves and him getting something applied to him. So I think it's C, Richard Belzer. He had the glasses, dark hair, tall, skinny.
Murdog saying C, Richard Belzer. Chat, let us know what you're thinking on this one. Nikki, do you want to?
I concur.
Reese is agreeing with you. He said it was hilarious.
Yeah, didn't he try to sue him or something afterwards or something? I could be wrong on that. I'm just having like flashbacks.
I know, right? Well, I know there's been a lot of questionable things that have happened over the years. But Murdog, your final answer is C, Richard Belzer. Murdog, you are correct.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
When Hulk let him go and Belzer hit the ground with such a freaking thud that he was like talking all this shit about like, oh, it's fake, it's this and that, and Hulk just choked him out and dropped him. It was great.
Is that real enough?
Well, I'm 3 for 3, brother, because I saved my prayers trying to eat my vitamins, dude.
All right. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4. Number 4. In what movie did Hulk Hogan play a character named Rip? Was it A, Suburban Commando, B, No Holds Barred, C, Mr. Nanny, or D, Santa with Muscles?
Damn, this is like a trick question. I think I'm gonna go B. No Holds Barred is when he got like beat up by Zeus, and then Zeus, who was played by Tiny Lister, actually became a WWE wrestler for a short period of time. I think the other ones were more like comedies, right? I know Mr. Nanny was. Suburban Commando too. No Holds Barred was like he was like a legit guy, I think named Rip, and the Zeus came. He had the Z shaved into his head, and he was cross-eyed. Like one eye was like going like northeast, and the other was like southwest.
Yeah.
Tiny Lister played Debo on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, yeah, yeah. I remember the Zeus character, and then I thought they were gonna do something with Zeus.
Yeah.
But yeah, Murdog, Nikki. Well, Murdog, your final answer. Then Nikki, I'll see if you agree or disagree.
I agree.
Murdog's going no holds barred,
Mm.
and you, sir, are 4 for 4.
Here.
All right, last one.
Oh man.
What was the name, brother, of the band Hulk Hogan released music with in 1995?
Ooh.
Was it A, the Hulkamaniacs, B, Hogan and the Heroes, C, the Wrestling Boot Band, or D, Hogan Rules?
I think you might get me on this one. Oh man, I don't think it's going to be the Hulkamaniacs. I honestly don't know this one, like off the top of my head.
This is they get it progressively harder. That was the goal. This one, this is
the only one I don't know.
Yeah, this one's tough. All right, so I'm just trying to like think this one through. I don't think it would be the Hulkamaniacs because that's his fan base. Hogan and the Heroes might be too close to the actual TV show Hogan's Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling Boot Band is just kind of like I don't know. Can I phone a friend?
You can. We have one caller. He was perfect. I will admit.
He was perfect.
Do
you know the answer to this one? 1995 Hogan's Band?
You could phone with anyone, really.
Oh, man. I almost want to say Hogan Rules. I almost want to say that. Nikki, what do you think?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, you have no idea?
I don't.
In 1995, I remember there was Rock and Wrestling, like on CBS back in the day, like a cartoon.
Or the gif of him pretending to play a guitar and he just like shakes his head.
Yeah. And Vince doing that like dance that he probably should have got arrested for like sexual harassment. Yeah. The Wrestling Boot Band just doesn't, I don't know. And Nikki, if you don't know, I would probably just go D, process of elimination. And I might be wrong. I really am just kind of trying to suss this out. You know what I mean? I don't really have
the Hogan Rules. I guess you phoned Nikki. Nikki was your.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I have no idea. I should be a phone.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
4 for 5. It was called the Wrestling Boot Band, and I got to give Reese credit because I know Reese knows that he was in the chat in the back, like call me,
Wrestling.
Like, flipping his hands, is driving me crazy. That's why I was cracking up, Reese.
Wrestling Boot Band.
The Wrestling Boot Band.
That's
I would have never guessed that. When you look at all these, like I would have probably said. Actually, they're all terrible.
They're all terrible. And I didn't know he
90s.
put out music in 95.
All these are so 90s.
I never even heard of that. I was just thinking like Hogan Rules, like Hulk Rules was a slogan. I could see him changing it. Hogan, like I said, Hogan and the Heroes, that was they had a TV show, Hogan's Heroes. So I didn't think they would do that. So it was really down to C or D, but I was like, that's a terrible name for C. All right.
I know. Listen,
can't be perfect. I guess
that might have been a McMahon-ish creation.
Oh man! Well, he was 95. He was in WCW in 95.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, then who knows?
You think he left in 93, started in WCW in 94, gave him the title right away?
Yeah, so that might have just been some random marketing person or serial promotion person, whatever.
Earlier in the show, you said about like Hogan stories and what's your favorite one?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one actually involves me personally.
Oh.
So did I ever tell you this story?
I don't think so.
I told this see, here's the crazy thing. On a sad note, so my girlfriend's here and she showed me a picture the day before. And she said, he doesn't look good. I think he's going to die soon. This was less than 24 hours before he actually died. And I was like, yeah, he actually doesn't look good. I guess he post a picture on Twitter or something or Instagram. And she called it, and he was gone 24 hours later or less. And I was like, wow. But every year we go to the Hogan Beach Shop down in Clearwater. And last year, we're getting T-shirts and stuff, and we go eat at the restaurant. There's like his restaurant's on the corner, and then in the middle of the block, he has the Hogan Beach Shop. It's got all the belts, life-size wax figures. It's incredible. You take the pictures with it. I was talking to you about it, Nick, the other day. And we were going to go probably sometime this week. So, so I was talking to the cashier last year, and I was like, I got to tell Hulk this story one time. Like, I at least got to see him once. But he lives in the area, but you never know when he's going to be there. So that's what she said. Anyway, I was a kid. I had to be about 5 years old. And that's right when Hulkamania took off. Maybe I was 6. I don't know. And my dad takes me to an event, and we went to a lot of the house shows when they were in the area. And it was Hulk Hogan and Tito Santana versus Macho Man and Big John Studd. So it was like Hogan versus Studd, Tito versus Macho Man. That was like the pairing,
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the match, Big John Studd's doing his offense on Hogan for the most part. So I'm pissed. I'm a kid. I'm pissed because that's my hero. Hogan's a superhero to me. And I was mad that he was beating him up. So Hogan finally throws him over the top ropes or through the ropes, whatever, and Studd lands on the floor. And back then they had these metal grates that had like slats, like you could put foot through. So we're in like the 6th row, something like that. I don't know. And all of a sudden I see Big John Studd, like his back, to me, like Hogan threw him to the railing. I run down to the 1st row, and Big John Studd's laying there, and I kicked him in his head, in the side of his head, and spit on him. And I was yelling at him like, "You don't hit Hulk Hogan!" Just flipping out, trying to help Hulkster. So Big John Studd pops up. He was like 6'10". So he pops up, ready to kill somebody, and then he looks down and sees me. He thought he was going to be like an adult. That's how hard he was ready to kill somebody, and then he sees me, and he just had this face of rage, like, "Oh my God, I want to kill this kid." Then all of a sudden, I just get yanked back by my father by the back of my shirt. Just like he pulled the parachute. I went flying back. So I think my dad was mad because he thought Big John Studd might, crash him. So yeah, 6 foot 10 monster.
No, that's great. That's hysterical. Well, Murdog, thanks for joining us. We know you're a huge Hulkamaniac fan, so thanks for coming on and taking part in trivia. Almost got there, 4 for 5. Next time
I have to come back for redemption.
Man. And one thing I will say in closing is, he might be gone, but as long as our generation around, he'll always, Hulkamania will live forever, like they always say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if our generation's still here, we won't let it go. So,
absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Sir.
Murdog, catch you later, brother.
Brother.
And that concludes trivia.
I told Nick we had a missed opportunity that instead of the Baywatch, we should. I almost said Tropic Thunder. Thunder in Paradise music.
Thunder in Paradise would have been
more epic.
Big miss on that one.
I know. Shame.
But all right, Nikki.
Yes.
So we will get into some kayfabe. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Do you have any takeaways from Monday Night Raw? There's a lot. CM Punk and Gunther kind of kicked off Raw and exchanged words. Any thoughts on that, or just in general?
I love the two of them immensely. Again, that's gonna be a whole next week of us speculation. But I feel like Gunther sort of like held his own. I was complaining like the last 2 weeks, like he got pushed over by this person, pushed over by Goldberg, and I was like, make him look strong. And I feel like he looked strong against Punk here. And that's what I want. Well,
verbally, yes, fine, because he held his own. He basically talks about how Punk's not the best in the world anymore.
Best in the world,
which I love. Like being the best in the world means he's the world champion.
Yeah, and they tout that he's been a champion 80% of the time he's been in WWE, or is it more? however you calibrate it, but it's just like, yeah, he's the best in the world because he's the champion all the time. And that's how he should be treated. And I'm really worried, again, we'll talk about that more next week, but I feel like he looks good here. I want him to look good. I really do.
Yeah, I'm curious, like, did they give him the Goldberg win because he's going to eventually fall to Punk and just to give him something?
Well, Goldberg needed to lose. And I think it looks good giving it to your champion. I don't know if it necessarily correlates to if something is going to happen next weekend. I think they're main eventing night 1. I think they main event night 1, Cody Cena's night 2. I believe
that sounds about right.
Steven.
But
again, if shenanigans are gonna happen, like I'd be like, here, you get to be Goldberg because you're about to get cashed on. I don't necessarily love that. I would love for him to walk out of SummerSlam as champion, to be honest. But again, that's a conversation for next week.
Yeah.
But I like him looking like holding his own. Which sounds weird to say with Gunther, but you know what I mean.
Glossing over a couple things. Do you want to talk about the tag divisions and number 1 contenderships? Becky, Lyra being a street fight. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm not. Again, I think LWO won because you're just feeding someone to the Judgment Day, and I think it's a different matchup for them. I think it's getting LWO on SummerSlam. So I'm not, again, only 2 out of the 3 people are Spanish in that. Not mad at it. Again, I think Judgment Day is going to hold all the gold for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it'll be a fun match. You know, Josh and I are going to get our flippy doos in this. So I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. I really don't have a strong...
I think it's solid. MJF eats Lyra.
Something? Did he say something?
I'm not sure. Josh, maybe.
Josh will have to explain.
Yeah, call later. You re-say Judgment Day at this point, or exactly do they bring to Raw? Seems like they're just there for the sake of it. Yeah, I mean, as a faction, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're gonna get another win, but they're gonna keep them together until Liv comes back to put Liv and Rhea against that group, in my opinion. So.
Right. I think they're gonna hold all the gold for a while.
Yeah. So moving along. So I said this in the intro. I think Stephanie Vaquer now, from SmackDown, encompassing the whole week, from SmackDown last Friday, the 18th, and to Raw, with her dealing with the Secret Hervis and everything else, and Naomi, I legitimately think now more than ever that Stephanie Vaquer is a made woman. They're putting her into the main event scene right alongside Rhea, right alongside Io, who just competed and are competing again at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight title, and she's the number 1 contender. And I know, like, oh, you're like, oh, she's already the number 1 contender, whatever. But like the way they're positioning her, I don't think she's losing a clash in Paris, not the castle, right?
We're going to Paris.
Yeah. So I just think the way that they're building her up, where they're positioning her with, she's feuding with everybody. I feel bad because your girl Chelsea Green is going to get, or our collective is going to get
our girl
Trump
Chelsea.
in this.
But again, I think, not to talk about because we're doing this next week, but I would love Naomi to walk into Paris and then Vaquer takes the belt off Naomi in Paris.
Yeah.
That is my hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that would be.
But is this like, no, is this going to be, this is probably going to be a Raw match next week if they haven't announced it already. Have them do a triple.
What, Stephanie?
Yeah, and then
Io.
Then against Chelsea, Alba Fire, and Piper.
Oh, you mean a 6-man tag?
Yes. Did I say that?
Or no.
Yeah.
You said triple threat. You said triple threat.
Oh, sorry. Well, I meant the 3 of them tag against the Secret Hervis and Chelsea. Because again, the SummerSlam matches.
That's great. Murdog's doing a Yankee stream at Hulk Hogan.
Love it. Love it. I don't know.
Reese saying Vaquer versus Ripley in Australia. That'd be.
That's October though. Well, I guess then would Vaquer be champion or would Rhea be champion?
I think Vaquer is champion then.
Yeah, but then I want to. Then she wins the belt in August,
Immediately
and then she's
turn,
gonna
yeah.
drop it in October to Rhea because you can't have Rhea lose in Australia. Or this is when you do the triple tag. No, the
6-man tag.
There you go.
6-person. Sorry, 6-person tag. That's it.
6 women.
6-woman tag. Oh, so there's no pay-per-view after Clash in Paris. So the champion has a month of no events till Perth. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but then again, if Stephanie has the belt, I wouldn't want her to lose it in a month. But you're not going to have Rhea Ripley lose in Australia, so
Right.
unless you move her to Raw, SmackDown, and fight Tiffy. But I don't see them taking Rhea off SmackDown. I don't see them taking her off Raw to put on SmackDown.
Right, that's fair. So I don't know. It's interesting, but yeah, like I said, I think in the open, she's a made woman. She's headed towards. She's going to be world champion. I think before the end of the year, for sure. At the very least, before WrestleMania. Steve's excited. I mean, there's an actual break in the PLE schedule. Yes, Steven. But yeah, that would be nice. A little break. But so someone who's on a break right now, unwanted, is Seth Rollins. So as we get into the main event, let's talk about the Vision, the Alliance, and the closing moments of Raw with Roman Reigns confronting Paul Heyman and the Vision, and obviously chaos ensuing. Roman ends up standing tall at the end with his cousin, Jey Uso. But any thoughts on everything? Because there was a promo off between Bron Breakker and Roman. And Bron Breakker steps up to Roman, basically saying he's the big dog. It's his yard.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this a couple weeks ago, I think, on the show. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But because sometimes I say it to you offline and I say it to you on the show, but like I said how there's cracks in the foundation of the Vision. I really think there's cracks, and they're already setting up now with Rollins out. He went rogue on his own right earlier. He grabbed the mic and they're like, he's mad when Rollins was there. So I don't know. I just think there's cracks forming within the Vision, and Bron Breakker's already making his moves. And I just think something fishy is going on here. I don't know whether Breakker's turning face or just going off on his own or what's going to happen. But you also have him saying and talking all this smack, right? And Bronson Reed is right there behind him. And just like, yeah, whatever. Like, Bronson Reed thinks he's a big deal too. So, I don't know. There's just...
You kill me, sir. You kill me. All you wanted was this faction to be together. And
I
who's
do.
going over. And then now you're like, they're breaking out. There's cracks. And you said that to me. You're like, there's cracks in the foundation. I was like, what are you talking about? I was very confused when you were saying that.
Yeah, there's cracks in the foundation.
No, there's not. Relax yourself. I think there's no seed. Again, we still don't know. Seth, kayfabe, not kayfabe. Becky Lynch over the weekend last weekend posted a picture of Seth and Rue walking down the street. Rue, again, their baby, her daughter, she's like 4 or 5 now. She's like walking she's like 5 because that was the whole thing during the pandemic. Anyways, so they're like walking down the street and Seth's on crutches. So again, you know, could it be like the Sandman and pretend that he's blind for whatever, and he's just like walking down the street with crutches? And then how do you teach your daughter like, hey, we're living the gimmick, baby? But the two of them, who knows? But I think you're missing the kind of the beginning part of this, because it was originally a promo off between Heyman and Roman. Right. And then when Roman was saying stuff to Heyman that Breakker didn't like, then Breakker kept trying to, and then like Heyman kept like kind of pushing him back. And then it got to the point towards the end, and like then Breakker did take the mic, and I love him standing up to Roman. Like, this is gonna put. You want to know who gets over in this program? We all know it's gonna be Breakker. I think it made him look good. They announced Roman Reigns over like Instagram post said that he was challenging the Bronze with his cousin, and then Jay did a post back when he said, you know, four letters, one word, yeet. So that's gonna be that's gonna be the match of SummerSlam. But like, I don't know. I would love, again, this is more talk for next week, but I want Breakker to spear the ever living shit out of Roman Reigns and pin him. That is my hopes and dreams. This is how a spear is supposed to be done, brother. But I don't think, again, with Seth not being there, I think Breakker kind of stepping up and like protecting him or cutting in, like, I liked that. I feel like you didn't.
No, I get it. I think that there's more. I just think that there's more going on to it, and just it creates a little bit of friction. Reese loves your take.
Thanks, babe.
You're on your wavelength with this. Let Roman suffer.
I just want him to spear the, like, again, you know, my feelings about spears and how not everyone should do that. Undertaker agrees with it. Undertaker agrees with me. He said that Bron Breakker should be doing a spear. But just spear the shit out of him, pin him. And again, this next week. But I don't know. I don't know. Again, Roman's not my guy.
Yeah, no.
If he's stepping up because Seth is legit injured or not on TV, whatever you want to speculate, I like Breakker stepping up. Again, he should be your star.
Right. No, he is. He's the breakout star of the group, and I like that they have Bronson there as like a
yeah, because maybe not WrestleMania 42, but like 43. Like, give me Breakker Jacob. That should be your main event somewhere. Like, let's move as from Cena. Because there was some like crazy statistic that like whatever everyone who had the one belt wasn't born in the 90s. I think I don't know, some crazy thing, but I was like, let's I'd say this every week. Let's start bringing up our babies. Let's push new stars. Let's push new people again. There should be hopefully a breakout performance for Bron Breakker, Spear Roman forever.
Yeah. Well put. All right, Nikki, putting a bow on that. Let's go into, as we get ready, as we're closing in on call-in time for everybody, but we'll go briefly here into SmackDown because I opened with it, and as we preview SmackDown tonight, but before we get into the ending of last week's SmackDown, anything from last week's SmackDown you want to talk about in we'll call it the undercard before we get to the Cody Rhodes?
Baby, do I remember SmackDown from last week? I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think.
Well, I could run down some.
Just tell me something that I know, like I can talk about it.
Alexa. Don't want to say that word around here.
Bliss.
Charlotte got a victory. Number one contenders.
No, they were.
Alistair.
They didn't have to fight to be number one contenders. They just got gifted it by Adam Pearce.
Yeah. Let's see. Alistair Black, Damian Priest.
According to Meltzer, that they were supposed to have, it was supposed to be Bliss versus Charlotte at SummerSlam. But since Charlotte's running around with Bliss, she's getting cheered. So she pushed to keep them together because she's getting cheered. Yeah. Poor girl.
Yeah.
She's not used to getting cheered. No one fucking cheers for her. So whenever it's like at Evolution, when she was hearing chants, "We want Charlotte," because she's with Bliss, that's why this train's moving.
What about, again, show favorite, one of my favorites, Alistair Black, who should have won. Reese, I was on Reese's show earlier. He's been doing rebooking of different wrestlers over the years, and I was like, recency bias. Alistair Black is one of the guys that Royal Rumble, I think 2020, he was projected as one of the guys who could have won it, and it was Drew McIntyre.
It was the year that Brock Lesnar won.
No, he was champion. It was Drew McIntyre won it, and it was him or Drew to challenge Brock and beat Brock, and they went with Drew. Yes, I remember this vividly because I'm a big Aleister Black fan. But yeah, so now he's feuding with Damian Priest. I am very, very worried that he's going to get buried because on Raw we just saw Rusev, who came back the same night after WrestleMania, and now he's taking a loss to Sheamus, which I didn't think he needed to, even though he got.
I told you offline my theory on that.
Right. Which we could discuss if you want, but again, I'm worried that Aleister Black's going to get completely buried on SmackDown, that they're going down that
well, there's also the rumor that Damian Priest was getting a push because they're saying that SummerSlam is in New York, and he's a New York guy. We're New Jersey kids. MetLife Stadium is in New Jersey.
Look at that push right on your back.
I don't know. I don't know.
The only other thing,
I think it'd be a fun match, but I think they both need a win, so this doesn't really help anybody.
Phoenix.
No, never mind. Go ahead.
No. I'm gonna say the other match stuff. Phoenix and Andrade are number one contenders,
this is not the tag team we want.
and they are actually going to be facing the Wyatts tonight. So I think it might just be a quick.
I want to root for this division on SmackDown, but I don't care, and I want to care about the Wyatts, but I don't, and it makes me sad.
I know, and the Wyatts are on an interesting course. But yeah, and then finally, before we get to obviously the biggest takeaway of the night and our big debate topic, but announced now, Solo Sikoa defending the U.S. Championship against Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam. It will be inside of a steel cage, which I absolutely love for these two. That's what it needs to be, aside from a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Was this announced on SmackDown?
Yeah, it was, yes. After, because they had a whole stage fake.
Oh, yes, this is all coming back to now.
Yeah, they staged a whole fake.
There's a car incident in the parking lot. That's
right.
When they opened SmackDown, and it was like, whose fault? And then Jacob got arrested, and then like Solo got arrested, and
yeah.
there was a whole big schmuck.
Right. So ultimately, coming back, Solo gets arrested at the end of the night, saying that there's basically essentially fraud going on. But again, I absolutely love this angle for them. I wonder how, and we'll talk about more next week, because it might be night one. There's not night one, but at least for a preview.
Was announced. I could be Steven Reese. Someone's gonna correct me, but I don't know if they really announced who's what where. I think that except Punk Gunther 1, Cody Cena 2.
Right.
But
yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, in another week we'll finally know. But I'm probably on Raw. But yeah, so then we get to the main event where it should have been a contract signing between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. John Cena comes out, and I actually really enjoyed his promo of I talked to TKO, and I'm just mentally not ready to compete. And we've agreed that we'll do it some other time. And he just kind of does a cheap chicken shit heel promo, which not bad. I mean, for what it is, you're gonna get a lot of old school stuff from Cena, I think, on the way out. So wasn't torn by that or hurt by that. Ultimately, he's about to walk away, gets dragged back in the ring, eventually put on the table. Cody Rhodes goes flying through the air. For some reason, I thought it was I must have drank a lot last week. But
what?
I thought he gave him a crossroads through a table for some reason. I don't remember him.
How do you do a crossroads through a table?
I don't know either. I thought I must have dreamed it. Listen, if you could dream it, you could do it. Cody, prove me wrong.
If you can dream it, you can be it, baby.
So he ultimately drives Cena through the table and forces him to then sign the contract for their now going to be a street fight at SummerSlam.
Wait,
which I guess has to be a different night than
because then what's
Becky Lyra is a street
it's also
fight.
a street fight.
Yeah,
so that has to be
yeah.
And Reese in the chat is saying stuff is finalized, and thank you for confirming matches. I don't know. I worked all day today. It's been a long time.
Yeah, Josh saying Cody committed assault, brother.
Brotherling song. It's a good brother. Oh God, Jackson, Jesus Mary.
Oh God, I don't want to catch that.
Oh, it hit me right in the face.
So it begs the question. That's what I want to put here because we'll talk about it more, much more next week. But is Cody Rhodes turning heel? That is the question. Again, the way now, if we backtrack to, oh gosh, what was the last pay-per-view?
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions, and his match with Randy Orton, and the way in which they went about
It's aggressive.
the storytelling of that match. Cody was doing some heelish things, attacking with his knee or his back. He was attacking his back. He used the exposed turnbuckle.
Yes, which
On the back,
kind of
with his side.
Oh, I hated the end of the match.
So that's the question: is Cody Rhodes turning heel? Because I think it's coming. I really do think it's coming.
I feel like I've talked myself in and out of it 100 times, and we'll probably do again tonight and next week. Do you have this insane double turn? Are we going back to Stone Cold Brett?
Yeah, it could be a double turn. I don't really.
It has to. You can't. Again, you, the king of heel face.
Yeah, you can't have two heels.
If Cody is turning in this match, Cena has to turn in this match.
Yes.
I don't think we're there yet.
Josh makes a good point. He wears rocks glasses and bracelets. It sends some message.
I know he's wearing the glasses and the watch and all that. I think it's.
And he also, keep in mind, he also did say that offer to sell his soul is always there. It's like it's still there.
I just don't know if you have the belt with Roman for 4,000 years. Then our babyface Cody gets it and has it for a year. Then loses it to Cena. And then we do a double turn. And then we have a heel champion again. What is Steven saying?
He said, not a chance this time. Not right before leaving to film a movie.
And
then Josh was upset with Steven. He says, you don't tell Cena when he turns face. Or maybe upset with you. Sorry. He's not upset.
Josh is always upset with me.
He's not upset with Steven. He's never
upset with Steven. Who in there? Who?
Reese is saying Cody won't turn yet, but he will at Saturday night's main event when Cena retires.
Is that the one in Boston in December? That's officially a Saturday night's main event? I need to start making a list. Because I feel like I know things, but I need to write them down. Oh.
I don't know. It's interesting, but that is the question. Is Cody Rhodes turning heel?
Can you just dip your toes a little bit? Because his feud with KO, again, was that my Big Nick Entertainment when he does the Alabama Slam into the thing. Could you just dip your toe and not go full heel?
No, I want a full heel Cody.
But are we maybe going to dip our toes a little bit until we go full heel? I'm not ready for him to be full heel yet. I don't think SummerSlam is the time yet. But I can also completely talk myself into doing the double turn, so I don't know. I will. Everything I say next will be opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's happening. I want to see a heel Cody. Like what he did on the Indies when he did all the Bullet Club stuff as a heel was great. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess what Reese is saying.
Yeah, Reese is saying the same thing.
When he dyes his hair, because he had that brown when he was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Brody Lee forever.
Yeah. No, it'd be a good one. It'd be a good one.
And you'll see, but I feel like we had that conversation last week. If it's I think we had that conversation. Like, if Cody turns heel, then who's your baby face to do all the baby face things? Not necessarily in the ring, but all the outside shit that he
does. Got Punk.
Well, I think now Punk can do, because he's now always wearing a suit, that he can do, the media stuff. So maybe
LA Knight, if you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
As much as we all love LA Knight, I can't. Him walking in a vest and Tim's, you know, on like Good Morning America or like Jimmy Fallon. I don't know how that's gonna read, but like you know, having Cody in a suit, Roman in a suit, CM Punk you could probably do. Like I don't know, Steven. Please.
I don't know. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. So.
And then we brought that up because it was like, who's a mid-card babyface? And we couldn't, and then it was like Sammy, but I don't see like you putting Sammy on Good Morning America either, which sounds really shitty because, you know.
No, I think yeah.
With his big hair and his big beard.
It can be groomed.
Well, every time his hair is in a ponytail, I want to brush it. He doesn't know, like, where's his, what, like, Seth and Roman have like these perfect slick back man. If you're gonna do it, I have feelings about a man bun unless you're Seth Rollins. But your slick back bun, and then his hair is always all over the place with like an ugly scrunchie, and I can't.
Cut it out. Get out of here.
Also, Steven, I saw your comment before. Who shaved their beard and why? I'm gonna be upset about it.
Yeah, Steven's gonna have to.
I did watch, and I know we weren't talking about AEW, but I watched Juice Robinson's interview with Renee Paquette. It was so sweet, but I couldn't stop. What the fuck is your beard? Because I can't. Someone put it. He looks like that guy Braden Whoozy Whatsy. Like it looks bad. Like grow, but apparently he wants to be more serious now. Colton Gunn's injured again, but anywho's he's like, Juice Robinson needs a beard, and if I was Tony Storm, like I would be losing my mind right now.
Hated it.
Yeah, I know. Well, luckily Tony Storm.
I know.
I think she liked her men clean shaven.
The way he talked about her, which is, you know, me and wrestling couples, and like how they like. I don't want to go down this whole rabbit hole, but like a fun interview, cute interview. The way he talks about Tony Storm.
Stormy.
So I was gonna say
Stormy.
Tony Storm warms my heart, but you know me, I can't talk. I'm two drinks in.
She warms the cockles of your heart. She would.
Tony Storm wants to do a lot more than that, baby.
Yeah, she wants to warm a lot of things up.
For Tony, always. Anywho, I don't know why we didn't down that rabbit hole, but oh yeah, Steven, who told me who shaved your thing? No, I think that's when I was talking about the Judgment Day. He said something about a beard, and then we.
Yeah, I know you did it, Steven. So put it in the headline. Phone lines very shortly are open. We put the link in the chat. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking. You want to talk about Hulk Hogan, your very favorite Hulk Hogan memories. You want to talk about Ozzy Osbourne, another WWE Hall of Famer, Will Ospreay's injury, any kayfabe stuff this week, CM Punk, Gunther. We're talking about Roman and Bron Breakker confronting each other. Do you want to talk about, Cody? Is he turning heel? A lot to get to, but the StreamYard link is in the chat. Type your name in there. You got to show your face on stream. That's the new rule of this show.
New rule of the show.
For newbies.
You can, when you come on live, we can cut it if you want, but none of this stuff from a couple weeks ago that I was hot about.
Yes. Which we will not discuss of because they're meaningless. So we move on.
Yeah.
Nikki, as I like to say on the show, my little blondie, hit the snap. Yeah, well done, Nikki.
So loud. Sorry.
Amber. I do love you very much. Oh gosh, I didn't. We've got.
Did I throw you off?
No. Slightly. No, all right. But
I'm gonna do that every week.
all right, Nikki. We got regulars on the line.
Yes.
We got people that want to get in the conversation. Yes. Let's start with our friend. He came from a long ways out in the universe, riding his spaceship in and landing it on this show. 4 letters, 1 name. Oh.
My picture needs an update. That was like from my very first picture on Facebook. Nick, what are you doing to me out there in the world?
Listen.
Stalking you, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. You like what you see? How goes it, guys?
Going out.
Happy Friday, Josh. Cheers. What are you drinking? What are you thinking, fella?
Happy Friday to you. I am drinking a delicious lemon shake-up from my local town's 4-H fair that they're having. Oh, it's amazing. People show up all over and they spend money and create traffic.
Well, it's that season, right? It's fair season.
I guess. Is there a fair season?
There is a fair season.
All seasons are fair if you like them enough.
Listen, that was a very unfair statement of you.
I thought that was a pretty good statement.
Oh my god, you guys.
Yes, that's true. Hey, guess what? Outside of wrestling, let's talk about something real quick. So today at work, I get told that a higher up, a management person who dislikes me because my daughters have decided not to play for his softball team next year. They decided to take their talents elsewhere where it's recognized. Anyways, so he's one of my bosses. And I maybe have posted one of my ramblings on the old interwebs, the clickety clacks. And he brought it up in a management meeting, and they told me, and I did not put anything with my work related or anything like that, and did not give it a specific home to anybody. They told me that I need to erase it or find work elsewhere. Is that not an invasion of my First Amendment right?
Employers look into some of that stuff. It's crazy.
It is bizarre. Okay, well, that aside, I just wanted to bring that to 2 people I enjoy talking to.
I know there is levels. There's in the world we live in. It's not like
People also get butthurt really easily when they think something could and should be about them. And it's like,
yeah,
not
trust
about you, sweetheart. Move along.
My second job should be sitting in HR. I'm in there all the time. I don't even know half the shit I say is offensive until I say it and somebody tells me I offended them. But that moves on.
Fuck yourself.
That's one of my favorite ones. I have that on a soundboard at work, actually, that plays over my loudspeaker.
Except when you go to that meeting and you're like, team building.
War games.
Yeah.
War games.
I love it. Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of this conversation. One, of course, Hulk Hogan is gone. He is no longer with us. If anybody has been listening to, I don't know, were they friends still? Was he not friends? Bubba the Love Sponge. Over the past month, you've seen this coming. You can't take that many steroids and expect your heart to last forever.
Seriously.
It just happens. But regardless what he did outside the ring, things like that, what he did under the name Terry, his God-given name, not Hulk Hogan. I think are you shitting me?
I have
one too. For the record,
we've been putting that. This is mine. This is my childhood one. I have Ultimate Warrior over there. This is mine.
I have that one.
I really like it, but this is mine.
And I have the Macho Man in the black and white.
I have Macho Madness as well, and I'm very upset because someone, and if they're listening in, if my family's listening on the show on Facebook or wherever, I'm gonna find it, and I'm very upset because we had Macho King, which was a good one, and I had Ted DiBiase as well.
Ooh,
and that was a really good. Yeah, the one I missed that I really wanted and never got as a kid, Big Boss Man, because he was my favorite.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was so cool looking.
That one would have been a cool one to get. I used to actually take my Hogan and my 3-foot tall Alvin and the Chipmunk. And I was one of those kids where my parents didn't like me. So I would go sit in the road and have parties with Hogan and Alvin and the Chipmunk. and yeah, my mom would have to come out and, well, not tea parties, but just talks, I don't know what we talked about, but
Yeah, I want to know what you talked about. Those
I wish
conversations-
trust me, all the space weed I've consumed, this brain don't remember that stuff.
You say tea? That doesn't work for me, brother.
That definitely doesn't, brother. Second, why are we so like got boners for Stephanie Vaquer? Why are we got what's the hype on this? I'm not understanding.
Butt stuff.
So
It is. Is it the one move of doom or of stank, whatever you want to call it?
I'm not into big girl butts. I get the appeal. I get the appeal. Whatever floats your boat. I think she's good in the ring. I prefer her over Julia. I think she brings something fresh because I feel like, yeah, even though they brought up some NXT girls, I feel like she brings something fresh to the table. That her person is someone different.
She's really phenomenal in the ring. And the thing that weirds me out about her that I don't get is I think her finisher's stupid. What is it called? VKM or something? Something.
Nope, that is
not VKM. Not that was the sorry.
VKM.
Special V. What does she call it?
It's SV something.
SBC. Yeah. SBC. Yeah. And like it's a backbreaker, and it's a move that should just be used just to set up another move. And she did something the other night on Raw where it was like an underhook, like almost like a Pearl River plunge type deal.
Yes, we were talking about that she should change her finisher to that.
Yeah, and I was like, that move was that end the match there. That would have been the perfect move for her. Same thing with like Roxanne Perez. Like Pop Rock's a stupid move. It should be like a signature. Like use that springboard moonsault that she uses.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. And I like your guys' opinion on a lot of things. So I will take that. And the next Stephanie match I watch, I will look at it through your guys' eyes. But I ask you to look at it through my eyes. And I want you to critique and actually watch her, because there are a lot of her matches where her chain wrestling is sloppy as all get out. Sometimes she seems a little confused on what's the next or where to be at. And that may be nerves, that may be whatever. Again, the next match I watch with her, I'll look at it through your guys' lens and try to not be so nitpicky. But I would like you guys to definitely like look at that.
I think I agree with you. There are some things that are seen to me are also sloppy. I also worry that it's sometimes who she's in the ring with, and also there probably is some of that language barrier that she is talked about, of like, you know, like wrestling is her first language, and then it's Spanish, and then she's like learning English, and she's dating a deaf guy, so it's a lot probably going on. But again, I feel I've said this before, and when talking about our evolution, sometimes I think the women feel like they need to go so quick, and if they slow down like a second, I feel like it would clean up a lot of slop. I agree with you that a lot of it's sloppy.
I'm gonna read. Reese actually commented on your comment, Josh. He understands where he comes. He thinks Vaquer is coming from Mexico and working in Japan as well. She's more aggressive and works faster, so slowing down makes her prone to mistakes. So I think I really like that.
Yeah, I like Nikki. I like where you're coming from with that, and Nick or Reese amplifying that. This is what I really wish. Like, I understand where you guys are coming from. Like Nikki, you were saying you just hope Stephanie walks out with that title, and as a fan of hers, you should, because you like that. But I don't think the Naomi storyline with the title has gotten enough traction yet for her. I want to see her. I do eventually want to see Stephanie take it off of Naomi, but I want to see that after maybe 2 PLE defenses from Naomi, because right now I love the way she tells a story. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I do see where a lot of her fans, Stephanie Vaquer's fans, they do like what she does in a ring, because she does bring new stuff. But I really wish like WWE reached out to Tajiri for the international talents that they were bringing in, because Tajiri was one of the masters. Really, he had an understanding of English when he was wrestling over here in ECW and WWE, but to put it all together and for him to make it make sense for somebody, it took him a while, but he figured it out in the ring. There was little things that he figured out to let them know, even though there was a language barrier. I mean, Steve Corino, I would say, probably helped out a lot in that, being able to translate what Tajiri was doing to the other guys to make it go smooth. Because tell me a Tajiri match that wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch the hell out of it, but I don't think there is one.
Dude, his kicks.
Crisp. One of the
It was crazy. He talking about Tajiri, just like one of the coolest moves, and it's one of those rare things that you can't do. And I'm trying to think of another person that does something like this, and I can't off the top of my head. The tarantula is a unique move that he always did.
Emma.
Did she do it?
Yeah.
But like you can't finish anyone with it. It's just just a random. But it's his move that he did, and everyone knew he did it, and it's like it was almost like a finishing move, but you can't use it as a finish. It was just like a spot, but it was great. Like I'm trying to think of something that compares to it. I can't.
Well, in ECW, he could use it as a finisher, though. There was no breaks and stuff with that. Like you had to kick out.
Got him.
Yeah, that is crazy. I did not remember Emma using that, but I don't think you would lie to me about that unless there's like a hidden agenda behind you. And
they're trying to get Emma over. Reese is really trying to get Emma over.
And he doesn't anymore, just had a baby.
There's plenty of time for that.
Yeah, Reese's hidden Emma agenda.
Yeah. So, Nick, real quick, I'm not trying to give too much information, but when are we going to talk about our plans there, buddy?
Oh, very, very soon. Very soon.
Okay.
Plan for bringing some sports into
tis the season.
Tis the season for sports.
Tis the season.
Which also, Josh, I'm pretty sure it messages, but I reeled this recently to everyone. We are breaking out some point in time later this summer. We'll probably have to do a standalone show. I think we're gonna have to do a standalone. But you did similar when WWE did the draft in like whatever, or they were supposed to do the draft, like whatever it was, June, July. We're gonna do a fantasy wrestling draft your faction, but we're gonna have points associated with it, and just a fun thing. And I might use AI to try and help us in something professional with the team, but create your faction. So we'll draft 2 singles males, 2 singles females, and a tag team, and basically based off of their wins, move set, like you hit a finisher, you hit a steel chair shot, it's like 10 points, something like that. We'll have a whole point system. So I want to create like a little team. So I want to do something with you, and maybe in your house, maybe have an in your house team, so to speak, draft room, a war room.
We will definitely help in any way we can. And I did send you one of the clips of MJF talking shit about Lyra in Messenger. There's another one where he's getting chiropractic work from that one guy who brings in the big hammers and stuff. And he was saying it. And then on this podcast, he elaborated on it.
Yeah, I saw he said something. He made comments about Hogan, but it's MJF. He's always in character, so it's something like.
Also, he's sort of saying it because Happy Gilmore 2 comes out. Well, it's out this weekend, and Becky's also in it. So is he like bigging up Becky to shit on Lyra? Again, I haven't seen it. I'll have to show me after.
It's a good possibility, but it's really funny because he stays in character the whole time and he just talks shit, and I just love it. I love it. He tells everybody he's a Becky guy. He goes, "I'm a Becky guy," and Lyra, no. You guys got to watch it. You'll love it.
Josh, before we let you go, what is your last shot?
Last shot is, you know what? I hope anybody out there who enjoys what I do, if I do pass away, don't let the internet talk about me like the way they're talking about Mr. Terry. Just stand up for me. Say something nice. In all seriousness, his kids, especially Brooke, she has to see some of this shit. And whatever you may say, whatever feelings you have towards him, he was her dad. He was also Nick's dad too. So
she just had twins a couple months ago.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Again, to Brooke, to Nick, to the grandchildren, that's who I think of and care about.
Agree.
Exactly.
Agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh, pleasure as always. Good luck fueling up. We got new speakers, new sound system. We're really upgrading our unit over here. So our system, whatever.
You said unit.
I don't know what.
Where my brain is.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That's where I live, baby. I can't.
Unbelievable. All right, Nikki. So there's times where we have friends from all over. People call in, randoms from all over the planet, all over the globe. After a while, you're no longer a stranger, and you become a regular on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a vote. There is a vote pattern that goes along. There was a vote that happened.
There was a vote.
The Weeble Wobble One of Us vote. What is that movie? What movie is that? I don't know what movie it is.
I don't know.
But the Weeble Wobble One of Us. Because that's what some of the regulars wrote in the chat. We don't do Discord. We do old school group text because we're, OGs like that.
37.
That's how we roll. But Nikki, we're gonna welcome in the newest regular.
Like world debut.
The new theme. When you're a regular, you get an intro theme on here, and we had to figure out a little inspiration because I think when we grew up, there was a movie that came out.
Well,
a movie with a certain John Travolta. Sounds.
It's a very Scientologist.
The movie came out and blast from the past, and I think that this person is a blast from the past, born in a little younger generation than us, but one of us. So let's welcome in Reese Lightning.
Go Grease Lightning, you're running up a quarter mile. Grease Lightning, oh, Grease Lightning. Go Grease Lightning, you're cruising through the heat-lab trial. Grease Lightning, oh, Grease Lightning. You are supreme, so Grease Lightning. I fucking knew it.
What? Hold on, I tell you right. Oh, see, I was against this. I was
I think I can officially retire from life.
Reese, you have answers too. Everyone gets the answers. It was debated whether or not now we have to call you. We have to have a name because Steven has the Stevenettes. Lisa has the Bolinas.
Yeah.
Joho has his. What do we call him?
Host.
Joho's. Yeah, I guess we call him Johos. So now, are they Reese's Pieces? No.
That would kill me.
Reese's Peeps?
I mean, I'm a Christian Cage fan. I can say that.
The chat will definitely work on that.
I'm screwed if they choose the first option because I don't like peanuts. Put it that way. At all. Body would kill me inside, but that was fun.
How did you know that Reese Lightning was going to be it? Now you can never not hear that song.
I mean, it was my nickname in high school, so I actually have that on a hoodie right here.
Listen, I am going to reach out to all of your friends in high school and sue them for plagiarism because I thought of this first.
I mean, you can gladly kill them. I had a much better self-made name in high school because the Miz claimed he was awesome. I claimed it first. I was Mr. Awesome, for fuck's sake, Catherine. That's one of my subscribers. I told everyone to subscribe to your show on mine.
Welcome in, Catherine.
Catherine, I know obviously you're in America, but I swear to God, I'm going to find the world's biggest holes and I'm going to shoot you with water. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. You can gladly kill them. Exactly.
Reese, now Catherine might be one of your. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we're calling.
You can have Catherine now. I've dropped Catherine. Because Catherine is like a hornier bitch than half of the world's population.
Girl. I'm glad you're with me now, babe.
I mean, I can't say much. I mean, I've got a picture of Deonna Purrazzo. I keep that up there. Like that stays there.
New Jersey girl. Another New Jersey. It's got to be the Jersey. Yeah,
She is one of the most loveliest human beings I've ever met. No kidding.
it's a Jersey thing. Jersey women are.
I think it's a bit more than just a Jersey thing, you know. I mean, people say people say Stephanie Vaquer's got ass, but I'm like, trust me, that's all I'm gonna say. I got a good scope when I was there. Beating great and watching. Ah. Catherine, we are friends, but you still are on X-rated level of Jesus.
Reese is below. I don't know. This is
That's
inside
right.
you. I wasn't expecting. This is what happened when we just.
I won't kick Catherine the curb. Catherine's sound, although to be fair, like she was there for my stream yesterday. I know she wasn't there today, obviously, but which is fine. But obviously, yesterday was definitely a weird stream. Like circumstance, obviously. Nick, it was good to finally have you on the channel earlier on. We'll get Nicky on sometime soon, but yeah, wow. Life is a weird thing at the moment, isn't it? Was it death always hits and freeze?
Yeah.
And we've had a crazy triple threat this week. I mean, I think you could say it was 2 out of 3 falls, but I think they all went down one by one. I think one thing you could say is I think Hogan was kicking out at 2.999999999.
I'm still not believing until I see something.
I saw something. There was something I think Catherine shared it to me. It was absolutely bloody funny. I think it was Catherine. Somebody put a post up on Twitter saying that Ozzy couldn't let Ozzy's first action after being dead for 24 hours was it was taking Hogan. It was like Hogan didn't let 24 hours. Like he had to take over. He had to finish the book.
Nikki sent me.
That was the thing that like Hogan couldn't put anyone over. So it was like
That's it.
Ozzy was dead, and it was like, oh, not gonna work for me, brother. And then, like,
Hogan changing the finish.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
But then I can always say from beyond the grave, there's a good moment and it stands true, and it goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop that elbow on that son bitch." I love Macho Man. Macho Man's cool. Also, nice video. Hell yeah, Macho Man was dope. And
My
I like.
balls.
Yeah, I like the fact that in the intro video you've included 2 of my guys. Obviously, I can't choose between the 2 of them, as you know, like Brett and Kurt Angle. So I'll take my #1 Twitter fan and my #1 wrestling fan. I'll take that in the best way to life. So thank you for that. That's cool.
When I do these, I try it. So the one thing, this is a fun part about this that no one knows. Like when I make these, I try. That's why it takes so long. So one, you had to be a regular to call in.
Yeah.
You get a feeling of who the caller is, and then understanding like Lisa, we've known forever, and Lisa loves those people. Like she was a big Edge, like Roman Reigns. I remember back in the day, she was obsessed with them. So that's why I love putting like Roman Reigns, like highlights of those people in it. So when I did, I was like, I have to have someone. And the funniest part about it is the Bret Hart photo goes so well with that whole background. Because like if you think about like the whole what's it, T-Birds? Is that what they were? T-Birds, yeah.
Yep. T-Birds.
Like that with the jacket and everything. It's just
the grease lightning down.
I mean,
I got a good couple chuckles out of it.
Brett's timeless. What can you say? Like Brett is in any era. Brett works. So does Kurt. So I'll take the 2 in the best way. And there was also that was 99 Kurt, even better. Like 99 going into 2000. We all remember buzz cut balding Angle. Like fun times.
Which upsets me in our game because I downloaded 2K, whatever 2K21 we have. There's 2 Kurt Angles. There's a one with hair and one without, and it got me really angry because I downloaded the wrong one.
Yeah, Kurt never needed hair. Kurt's a man's man. He's a balding man.
Reese, what do you got for us besides Stephanie Vaquer, who again, Deonna Purrazzo over Stephanie Vaquer for you? Got it.
I mean, in terms of wrestling ability, 100% Deonna Purrazzo. But like I think when you look at the world we've been in recently, the world of wrestling, I think obviously major thing. Obviously, I'm not going to deep into like I already proved people wrong yesterday when people come into their tributes and stuff and they do notes, and I come and do a 45, 50-minute review and like have everything up here and just unload the knowledge, and it's just funny. But one thing I will say, and I'm not a fan of, then obviously we'll talk about a bit of fun. Catherine will celebrate that news, annoyingly. I think it's interesting how the way the world works is if you can split character from the real person, dependent, like if it's like an entertainment factor or professional wrestling or even like movie industry, if you say you don't like the person, and I've said on here to you guys before, never a fan of Hulk Hogan, never liked Hogan, and I'm never going to turn around and say all of a sudden, like rest in peace, I'm a massive fan. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to do that.
Mhm.
But just because he's passed away doesn't mean that I can't not do, like, I have to show respect. And I feel like I said on my show today, which really had me a bit concerned, because a lot of people have been policing people's opinions across the globe. And I was like, if I did a tribute, like no matter the scale, if I did a tribute, I would still get abuse, or I would still get heavy criticism saying, why did you do it when you didn't like the guy? And then if I did do a tribute, it would be, oh, why didn't you not do it? Like,
Yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
You really can't win. And to people who aren't doing tributes, you know what? That's their choice. That's understandable. I'm not going to say you should or you shouldn't, but I feel like the way life is, like, I prefer Macho Man in terms of star power to Hogan, but you can't deny what Hogan's done to the business. If you do deny it, then I think you've got to be insane. Like, truthfully, you've got to be insane. But like, and I didn't like the guy, but I'm still going to do the right thing. I'm doing a tribute. I'm not going to go into a big, massive glaze fest like Vince Russo did with Jonathan Coachman last night. Like, that was absolutely weird on their thing. But what I will say is, I think paying respect is the right thing. But you're respecting the character. I think that's the most important thing. So that's what I'm paying respect to. But in terms of the world, in terms of like that's the right thing to do. But if you don't want it, obviously, I'm not going to police what people want to do. I think you guys have done it right as well. You guys have made that decision. It's not unconscious; it's conscious. We're all doing it the right way, and we live in the best way. And thanks, Josh. I'm glad you see my thought on it. It's crazy. Like there's there's people that will go to such great lengths, and I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like what I did was like 50, like I think it was 55 minutes or something like that on my show yesterday, where I was just, before I went live, I was not sure if I was going to do a tribute to Hogan. I did a video on I did like a YouTube short, and just obviously saying like rest in peace and my thoughts and prayers obviously go his family and all that, the right thing to do. Then I did like a couple of my edits, because I do edit and stuff, so I did a couple of edits on my channel's TikTok, and I was like, should I or should I not? Because I don't know how it's going to go. And I was like, you know what? I do my channel for fun.
Yep.
I'm a pro wrestling fan. I do it for fun. I don't care if people like it or dislike it. I'm gonna do it. So I did, and I did that, and then I was like, you know what? I can do that now. I can move on. And then I go into today's show, and it really downplayed it, because now people are doing point scoring, and I'm like one of my, I know Catherine will agree with me, because obviously she said she watched the show. There was somebody in my chat who was like, oh, AEW haven't done anything for Hulk Hogan, but they signed Ric Flair, and I was like, they'll probably do something on Collision.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tony Khan also has a lot of people from specific communities that was touched by Hogan in the worst way, but also the right way. So he's trying to balance both.
Yeah.
So I feel like AEW doesn't have to do anything straight away, and I feel like people are policing that. And then he's coming to my chat saying, "Oh, but they brought in Ric Flair," and I was like, "Yeah, they brought in." I was like, and I went back and I said, like, excuse my language, you guys know this, but I was like, I've said it so many times before, like, the most successful people in the pro wrestling industry are the biggest assholes, bar a rare few. Like, Bret Hart is not an asshole. He's just unfortunately bitter because of Goldberg. But like, pretty much the most successful people in the industry, bar a select few, are absolute assholes.
That's not unlike business. Like sometimes, like, that's a dog eat dog. So like
exactly, and that's where I'm at. And I'm
Yeah.
like, don't pick and choose, like because he was like, oh, Ric Flair's done worse things than Hogan. I was like, they've all done things as bad as each other, but quite frankly, when Flair dies, the world is still going to do a tribute to Ric Flair. When Vince McMahon dies, yes, people hate Vince McMahon, but they're still going to do a tribute to Vince McMahon.
Exactly.
Like
And that's the
I
point.
think
You have to separate what they've done in the industry from
Yes.
everything
Again,
else.
like
And
we feel about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, you have to separate the things about the things. Are we here because of Hulk Hogan? Absolutely. Do I like him as a person? No.
thank you. I'm the exact same.
I think that's the point. It's like we fucking love wrestling, and he's a reason, whether he's your guy or not, because it wasn't my guy, but it's a wrestling is here because of him.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the way we're at, and it's just mental. But on a positive note, I think this week has actually been quite an interesting week for wrestling as a whole. I think the industry, obviously, it's been rather confusing, like for certain companies, obviously different directions. But I think it's been a fun week overall. I am on the opinion. I absolutely don't think Cody Rhodes is turning at SummerSlam, and the reason why is because I think if they do, they make the exact same mistake with Cena and what happened with Rock. I feel like if he turns heel at SummerSlam, he goes straight to Street Fighter, and when he goes straight to Street Fighter, you miss the point of, well, what does he do next? Like, what does he get from it? You get nothing. Cena
you
didn't
show
show
off TV. It builds the suspense. I think that's the idea, though, too. Is that some of these guys, like Roman's been off of TV for a long time. You can still build. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's where I will say that
it does. No, it does. That's a fair point. But if you're building the suspense for that, the worst thing though is the space out, and I feel like he's gone for what, a month and a half. I think he's away for quite a while, and you miss all that time. He comes back as you miss Cody Rhodes, and if he wants to be if you're going to make him as the top heel champion, if you miss Cody Rhodes, the heel turn fails. That's why I said from the very beginning, Cena's heel turn failed.
Not if you can film the vignettes, just like The Rock was away for however long, and The Rock still kept the vignettes going. So if you film once every 2 weeks a vignette with him as champion because he's too big for it all.
Yeah.
Just like Cena, I don't need to be there. It's the same. I don't really need to be there every week because I'm too big.
Yeah.
For it.
I think it's very tricky though. I think it is very tricky how they do it. We will see how it goes. I think I still put on what I said in the chat. I stand by it. If Cody Rhodes turns heel and he stays with the blonde hair, failure. It must go back to full black. Like I want to see full black, because I think it would really show that he's actually bought into the change. But he needs to really make it all more. But we'll see.
Transform into a heel. No, Reese, I love it.
I think we're on telling point. I think we're on telling point. But one last call for me, as we say on this channel. Last call. I'm going to say this one for the first time because it's not been brought for a long time, but now I can, because obviously I cover so much wrestling. I think we can safely say now that the whole thing with GBL doing this whole international turn and turn up in TNA, I think we can officially say he should never go back to TNA now, because it makes no sense, because they've said there's no point anymore. So that's my last call. GBL, keep your clothesline somewhere else, because you've already been denied your entry. Door shut.
Done. Ladies and gentlemen, our newest regular.
Oh God.
All right. Sorry.
I'm just dancing here in the background.
Yeah. Dancing.
I'm doing the Grease Lightning dance.
All right, Nikki.
Yes.
Get to catch up on some comments real quick. Let's see. I'm trying to way down.
I feel like we're so far behind.
I know we are so far.
I'm sorry.
Well, we'll just get the calls. Yes. We'll move it. All right. Got a regular on the line. Let's bring him in here. We need to know.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks. I was in the Grease Lightning.
Yeah, I know you. Who doesn't like Grease Lightning?
Reese, apparently.
It's Reese Lightning. Reese Lightning.
I can't believe you, by the way, for hitting him with the Reese Lightning here. It's absolutely insane.
I was like, I don't know. You're like, he was like so pumped. He's like, no, Grease Lightning, but Reese. And I was like,
first off,
I mean,
everyone here has a play on words in their theme, so it has to go with the theme.
I mean, I hear you, and I see you. I get it. But let me tell you something, brothers.
brother.
You know, Ed, you know what?
From the bottom of my heart, man to man, fuck your story.
Yeah, what do you think I'm doing when I'm off of here? Like, I'm like, I'm giving you my last shot. What do you think I'm gonna go do?
Unbelievable. Ed, what are you drinking? What are you thinking? Besides,
Well, I was drinking about a 16 ounce of water here, but that's done. What am I thinking, man? I got a lot of thoughts. Something interesting happened yesterday, Nick. I texted you guys almost immediately.
You broke the story.
I know. Ed broke the news.
Ed broke the
Ed
news.
was the
I
news
found out because Ed.
I finished Hulk Hogan's story for you guys.
Ed did finish Hulk.
You did. Oh shit, you did.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I don't know what's better, that or another group chat I've got on Discord. Without getting too far into politics, you know, Terry Bollea's name comes up quite a bit, especially over the last 7 months. Sorry, Alan. God damn it, Steve. Yeah. My response to just the group chat was just fuck Hulk Hogan, and my friend goes, "Oh, geez, what do you do now?" My response: died.
Oh god, I that's what I messaged you. I was like, I think we're laughing a little too hard about this.
Right? Like, I feel a little bad, but I'm also like, I don't. Like, one of the last things he did in public was stand in front of a bunch of people who were like wrongly detained in alligator Alcatraz holding an American flag. Fuck Terry Bollea. You know what I mean? Like, he was a shitty person. Fuck that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I can also say that, you know, Hulk Hogan did a lot of the pro wrestling business.
But that guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Sucks. Honestly, so I like, listen, I was, I had rewatched the clip of, at the very least, the entrances of, what was it, the 2005 or 2006 SummerSlam? It was him and Sean.
Oh, yeah. I think
And Sean,
like,
HBK is just yeah. But he's overselling everything, and like the entrance is included. So he's sitting there in the ring doing all this shit, and Hogan's posing with the fucking boas and the pyros going off, and they drop the American flag behind him, and he's saluting to it. Just he's the stupidest man alive. Like, just dumb as hell. This guy gets in the ring, and HBK makes him look like a fucking clown. But yeah, I'm also in the boat that I was never a Hogan guy. I mean, I even remember falling asleep early the night of Bash at the Beach 96. And I was super interested because I was like a big Razor and Diesel guy, right? Mm-hmm. So seeing like Hall and Nash and the whole like, are they with WWF? Are they not? Like, I bought into that as a kid. I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? But then being like, you know, we're bringing our third guy, and I fell asleep before the main event. So I remember waking up the next morning and being like, Dad, who was it? He's like, you really want me to spoil it for you? Because it's crazy. I'm like, I gotta know. Because it was Hulk Hogan. And I was disappointed.
Who do you want?
I'm like, say again?
Who do you want?
At this point, I mean, you're asking what? 8-year-old me? Anybody else? Because it was
Macho Man, I guess, could have been one of them.
Yeah, but like I didn't really think of like, oh, it had to be a WCW like former WWF guy. You know, it really could have been anybody. It could have been Savage. It could have been Sting. I think I might have even said to him like it would have been more interesting if it was Sting. But my response was, I was like, really, it was Hogan. Like I was disappointed because I'm like, he's old. Like, been there, done that. Like, give me something new.
Oh, honey, you got 20 more years.
I know.
I know.
And
I got him hawking his beer and cucking his best friend. It's
Girl.
I got tons of shit to look forward to.
the guy knew how to stay relevant one way or the other. Brother.
It killed Gawker, at least.
You did?
I mean, Steven brought it up. Are you guys excited for Darby Allin on Shark Week? Are you guys excited for Shark Boy on Shark Week?
I don't get Shark Week. I don't think I've ever watched a Shark Week. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
It's about sharks.
I don't know how much, like, no one's getting bit or eaten by
I'm
a
not
shark or anything
aquatic.
crazy. So, like, how much can you really?
Too pale to be at the beach.
Not aquatic.
Nothing about Shark Week feels exciting to me. And
I
fucking Athena cutting a promo with that fucking shark fin on her head.
Oh yeah,
That it is.
was so stupid.
Like,
All I saw, all I saw was Shark Boy. So I was like, I'm here for it. Listen, they honestly, they should just put Shark Boy on Shark Week. I'm here for it.
Ugh.
Wait, isn't Shark Boy a TNA thing?
It's a him thing.
Ah,
So he owns the gimmick. He actually sued whatever the parent company was for the Shark Boy and Lava Girl movies and won.
Really?
Yeah, he got like some like $2 million settlement or something.
touche.
Or is it like, here, get out of here, weirdo?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought he was in like full like Stone Cold Shark Boy like
Yeah.
I
remember that.
That's the fishing line. It fucking kills me. It's so
I drank
good.
a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Okay.
Drinks tequila.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
a different drug.
I ain't drunk yet.
Stop it.
Ed, do you want that? drop? Do you want
No,
that kind of drop?
no.
No, maybe not. All right. Nikki said no.
So listen, don't ask me. It's your guys' show. Play all the drops you want.
I got to deal with this. She's not just a co-host. She's someone who could affect me after the show too.
Oh, I live here. This is my house.
She's your co-host in life.
Co-host
Oh,
on my-
speaking.
You're tag team partner in life, my wife.
Hey.
He did the thing.
He did nothing.
Now speaking of co-hosts,
Acknowledge me.
now speaking of co-hosts, does anybody else want? What do you want to talk about with Josh featuring the wrestling buddy Hulk Hogan and Alvin Chipmunk of Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Yeah.
Because I want that show. Like seriously, shout outs to Josh. Like
Seriously.
Yes.
you got to give me what those conversations were. I gotta know.
Well, we'll have to see. That's his new show. Forget anything sport related. He's just doing that show.
Forget it.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I
Get
remember
get rid of the sports shows. The ECW stuff has to go out the window.
Just the Tea Party. There has to be I was trying to think, like, there's so many like puns going around in my head that there has to be a fun name for that show.
I mean, I'm not mad at the Tea Party, and it's just him like T-posing, like for the.
Or like some weird play on like Three's Company, but it's like not Three, like because.
Come on, knock on my door.
We'll figure.
I'm here for it.
Listen, this branding, we have to figure out Reese's ladies, what we're calling them.
What is his
We have a
followers?
lot.
Oh, do we have a name for Ed followers?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know what they're called yet.
The
Ed heads?
The Ed heads.
The Ed heads.
I'm not mad at this. I'm not thrilled with
I
it.
was thinking about when you come in, you're going to call it higher education.
No, it's still Ed heads. I was just
No, I
thinking
said when he comes in, we're going to call it higher education.
I'm not mad at this.
Oh,
What is it again?
Wait, on.
Oh, you're so terrible.
He said Scotty's hot.
Because he's Scottish.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Faber.
Oh,
That's it. We're
touche.
done. Steven, you win the day.
I mean, Steven just wins.
Steven wins life.
Rice-A-Roni for you, Steve. Expired Rice-A-Roni
Maybe, no, yeah.
for life.
This Scotty Hottie. Steven.
I'm jealous.
I love you.
He also said he trademarked.
TM. He's about to get sued by Shark Boy for $2 million.
Price is wrong, bitch.
So I know you guys aren't super big watchers of NXT, but the NXT TNA storyline is at least interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, I feel bad for TNA.
I don't, because the entire story on yesterday's episode of TNA, or yesterday's episode of TNA Impact.
Yeah.
They're creating a united front against NXT.
Right. But
The system are good guys now. They're protecting TNA.
So they're mostly the blow off in October. So to get from mid-July to October feels like a lot.
I mean, I agree. But what would they be doing in October? Like Worlds Collide or something?
No, October for TNA is Bound for Glory.
Oh, right.
So where's Mikey? I feel like but yes, because I think that's but the next big thing is October. But so you get through the rest of the summer, early fall to get to where TNA rises up, comes back to take over. I love that storyline to rise up and like we're doing this for TNA and like I want Mike Santana to have the belt and all that things, but it feels like long. It's
a long to get there. I mean, listen, to be fair, I feel like we've had 5 years of the Death Riders. Like we got the belt back. It's like okay, good.
Match. And I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please.
We thought about it. This show would have gone another 25 minutes if we.
Don't want that.
Include the AEW stuff. But yeah, they're rushing a lot of storylines for next week. I'm assuming because they want to cash in.
John Moxley needs to go and take Renee on a fucking vacation because she needs like a 3 months in like San Tropez or something.
Go on a honeymoon. Like just go for a little bit.
Never had a honeymoon, had a baby, went to rehab, and just worked. Like, girl, take your woman on a fucking vacation.
And it's not that I don't like. I feel like he's like the only guy in the company that looks like he belongs there. Like I don't know if you guys saw recently that like I think it was Drew McIntyre was on whatever show, might have been the fucking Paul Brothers show.
In Impulsive, yes.
Yeah. And he was just like shit talking like 80% of the locker room was just like they don't look like they should be here. I feel like that's like 99% of the AEW locker room. Nobody looks like an actual like athlete. And like I say that being out of shape and not an athlete.
Same.
Right. But it's like Moxley look like he's in the best shape of his life. Like he looks like a legit killer. Regardless if he is or not, you know, the Death Jitsu shirts are the worst thing I've ever seen. But if I want to get started with that, but it's like he looks the part, which is why they keep giving him the belt.
True.
Like when Rusev was over there, they should have just given Rusev all the belts because he looked like a legit killer.
And now he's jobbed out on Raw.
He's doing 50-50s with Sheamus.
They're gonna do the reincarnation of how they got to the bar. Like Sheamus and Cesaro had that best of 7 series, and I'm worried now that Rusev and Sheamus have one-on-one. So now they're gonna do a third match because we each have a win, and then it's gonna keep going and going, and all of a sudden they're a fucking tag team and have the belt. Like they'll take the belts off Judgment Day.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not in love with it, but I do kind of wish that we gave Rusev him just calling himself a Tempest and I am the Storm and all that shit, and then him just like bodying a bunch of guys that aren't as big as him was pretty cool. But I felt like we did that for like 2 weeks, and now we're here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it doesn't end up as a tag team, but we'll see. Well, I'm here for it. There's something to do.
Thought about that of Sheamus and Cesaro, and I feel like we wind up loving the bar.
Oh, the bar was the shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I was probably the first person to be like, get these guys off my TV. Like, this is awful. I mean, like they were putting on good matches, but I'm just like, I've seen this 7 times now. Like, can we not do this? And then by the end of it, I was like, this is amazing. I love this. And I was rolling my eyes that they're a tag team now. And then they were awesome.
So like a year from now, or we have this conversation that like Rusev and Sheamus have like, you know, the longest day reign of blah, blah, blah tag team.
Greatest tag team of all time. They hug in the middle of the ring and get the best friends pull out. You know, they're going to break up. They're going to get back together. And then main event WrestleMania gets Cold Brew. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're Cappuccino Jones. Cappuccino Jones. I'm sorry to deviate, but
no, you're good. I have not heard.
Not main eventing again.
Maybe. I don't know what indie show it's going to be on, but apparently this weekend it's supposed to be Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel.
Shit, let's go.
For the WWE ID men's belt.
That's incredible. I'm so hype. I have to go find out what show this is. I hope
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
No, it's fine. I hope it's a GCW show, and I hope they just hit each other with light tubes for 45 minutes.
I feel like GCW is the place to do it, but I don't think it's GCW. But again, do you want me to Google? It's Captain Jones and Jake Cartwheel, which also is a fucking phenomenal name.
Jack Cartwheel is the most fucked up name ever. I mean, I want to say that he's either a GCW or like a JCW mainstay. Like the guy's gimmick is that, like, you know, he's high fly, he's bouncy, right? Like,
oh, your boy bouncing.
Yeah. But he just does fucking cartwheels and shit. Like he does flips and carts. They call him Jack Cartwheel. It's fucking stupid as shit.
Is it better than Jake something? I think it really.
No, Jake something's the fucking man.
But I'm pretty sure he lost in the pre-show or the
Probably.
Hero Hour.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did lose.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
We'll see.
Any losers?
Ed, as we were bleeding to SmackDown, before we let you go, your last.
Well, if you're new here, Samoan Spike the like,
Ooh.
super kick the subscribe button.
My leg can't go that high.
And you never know who's going to show up on the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. Also, fuck Terry Bollea.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
All right.
Sorry, Jack Cartwheel, Jake Cartwheel, spin
Jack,
kick.
Jake, potato.
You're being Joseph Bart right now. Again, if you're a fan of me.
Reese likes him. Brutal's Black Hole Slam. Black Hole, is that like, what's his name?
Is that pretty?
No, Abyss.
Yes.
Abyss.
But doesn't Brody King do a version of that? I don't know. I'm gonna have a couple of cocktails in it, and I feel like I'm. No, what's Brody King's? Then what's his finisher? I'm sorry, I'm done recording. Let's do a thing.
I'm not sure, but Nikki, we'll round it out. We got one last regular guest going.
I think we've all been waiting for that.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe it's Steven.
Steven! Oh my gosh.
Hello, my very good friends.
How are you, sir? What are you drinking? What are you thinking?
Well, my favorite Hogan moment was when he called into this show 6 months ago. You know, a few days after the Netflix premiere, and ruined his voice because he didn't properly hydrate.
And he blamed Jimmy Hart.
And blame Jimmy Hart.
I think this just makes me want to hug Jimmy Hart.
Well, with everything going on this week, you know, lots of events in the world of wrestling and lots of events in the world in general, I feel it's best to start in the only logical place I could start, and that's Jelly Roll.
Listen, first off, touche for him. He lost a ton of weight. Good for him. But like, also, I don't know what he's going to do in the ring besides a chokeslam.
I take more issue with who he like. Look, I understand why he's there. I mean, there have been celebrities involved with big time wrestling cards going all the way back to the first WrestleMania and probably before, back to Muhammad Ali and Gorilla Monsoon. All right, he's got to be there. You know, they picked him. Okay. I don't understand. I can even understand him wrestling a match. All right. I don't understand why he's wrestling alongside the people he's wrestling alongside. Like this seems way beneath Randy and Drew both.
Yeah.
I won't even comment on Logan Paul, but still.
Yeah.
I don't understand The only thing I can think of is that both of them, both Randy and Drew, were promised some big time push if they just participated in this bit of silliness for a little while on a major card. It is the only thing I can think of. I could even understand it if Jelly Roll and Logan Paul were ringside and the match was just Randy and Drew one-on-one. I don't understand it. Jelly Roll makes music for people who know exactly how much Sudafed you can legally get at Walgreens. Jelly Roll makes music for people who have custody of their kids but don't see them.
Even baby, you're on tonight. I love that.
Jelly Roll makes music for people who know exactly how much copper is in the piping of the houses in the neighborhood. Just any joke you can make about Kid Rock's music, just take out Kid Rock's name, put in Jelly Roll's name, and it's the same joke. You don't even have to write anything.
Oh, baby, I love this.
But I mean, good for him with the choke slam on the Kimmel, substituting for Kimmel. I don't. I get it, and yet I don't. I hope this is a Sunday night so I can like punch my pillows and my sofa in private.
Well, so yeah, like I just don't know. The big thing for me with all this is I just don't know where like usually when you bring a celebrity in, they're not gonna move around much. Like even Stephen Amell was probably one of the best, most athletic. So even what's his name? Bad Bunny.
No, I think it was Stephen Amell where everyone's like, "Oh my God, that was Bad Bunny," and then it was Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's like I didn't. Okay.
No, I was just saying, is this like I know this is not what we want for Orton or Drew McIntyre, but is this an easy paycheck that Randy Orton doesn't need to give a shit, and you do the match with a celebrity and it's high profile again, I feel like that's what you joke about. It's like everyone's like he's turning heel, he's doing the thing, and then he's fucking protecting Jelly Roll. So it's just like, but like again, if you want to take what Triple H said with a grain of salt, that he was someone that like. At that Bad Bunny Logan Paul level, maybe not as athletic, but like gives a shit and trains. And then he's been training with KO. He's been training with the Undertaker that like actually respects this. When apparently they dropped Travis Scott like a fucking hot potato.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. Yeah, like they're apparently allowed to shit on Travis Scott now because nobody likes him.
Yeah, I mean my theory, like I don't know what Drew's getting. I mean Drew's. I guess is going to get a big push for a title run, I suppose, out of this. Randy, I'm guessing, is finally going to get to turn on Cody and have that feud. That's kind of a sneak. I know we're going over the card next week, but, he's going to cost Cody the match. Cody's going to disappear, be hurt off cam, and then Randy's just going to be his unfettered heel self for a month and a half until Cody gets back.
Yeah.
Well, then who foods would see them post SummerSlam then? Or it's not a thing because he's filming or promoting Peacemaker?
I don't know.
Steven, you have to give me all the answers. I'm upset that you're not giving me anything.
Oh, yeah, the Travis Scott thing. Well, I was kind of happy to see that, yeah.
Yeah, he got replaced in the 2K game as well. That's what Reese was.
Yeah, by a Grande Americano.
Yeah, Travis got bored and found something else to do. Yeah. Whatever. All right, second point.
Yes.
How are I think we touched on it was touched on a little bit earlier. How is everybody liking Charlotte's storyline so far?
Yeah. Couldn't give a shit.
All right. I kind of have a theory here.
Yeah.
They're not cheering Charlotte. They're cheering they're cheering Ashley.
Okay.
Okay. Because Charlotte's been making the rounds of some shows and acting as her real life self, and by a lot of accounts, she appears to be pretty nice lady who's had some obviously had her share of troubles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what that is whoever's responsible for it, whether it's Hunter or the writing staff at SmackDown finally getting a grain of an idea, or whether it's Alexa encouraging her, or whoever encouraging her to put more of her real personality into her WWE persona. And as I've said before here and other places, the best performances always contain at least a little bit of truth and honesty. And I think that's what you're getting here. You're not getting the exaggerated, I don't know if I want to say phony, wrestling persona we've seen from Charlotte in the past. We're getting closer to the real life Ashley.
That's fair. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, and maybe what that heart thing was, where she like knocked the pom pom out of her hand and did the heart thing. Maybe that was a little bit more of her personality. I don't know.
She is friends with these girls backstage. I just think like her on screen, she comes out as this entitled ice princess. So maybe her being with Alexa kind of softens it up a bit. Maybe we are getting a little bit more Ashley.
Right. And I hope they don't. It seems to be working. It seems to be working really well. So I hope they don't, so far anyway. So I hope they don't change it anytime soon. I cannot read that because I'm reading this on my phone.
Is Ashley divorcing the Charlotte gimmick too soon?
Oh.
But trying out something else at least, and it seems to be resonating.
Well, this also seemed to think that she wanted to be Ashley. Apparently, she pitched the ring name Ashley Elizabeth, and everyone said no. Like, you're Flair. You're from North Carolina. Like, you're Charlotte. Like, they WWE. I think very much Triple H pushed you're gonna be Charlotte Flair. She pushed for not to have Flair, and she got Flair and. I don't know. I just feel bad. She's been through some shit. We talked some shit, but I feel like sort of like Mercedes to me. It's just like, I know you're incredible in the ring. I know you broke down the things and done the things, but every time you open your mouth on a microphone, I don't want to hear you talk. And it makes me think of the Dark Knight Rises. Like, what makes you think I want to hear you talk? And that's how I feel about her. But I'm like, I mean, it's like a weird renaissance of her and Jackson.
Jackson's trying to get backstage.
I know. Jackson's
he's very upset.
I know.
Right, he wants to be a caller.
We're going too long, and he wants to go upstairs. I'm not upstairs. He goes.
No, I can understand. I'll close out then.
No, see, we're not rushing you.
As the OG regular, you have.
As the OG regular, also on the pile,
You're also the only person who's allowed to not show his face on the show, and mandatory borderline contract.
I'm working on it. It's honestly, I don't like watching myself on video.
Oh, girl.
So, which I have to do if
I'm putting it in your contract. You can't, because this is the Wilson gimmick is definitely.
That's overrated. I've used my own picture before.
I am, but still.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Any Hoosers.
All right, so my final thing to discuss, the big news of the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I come here not to bury Hogan, but to praise him.
Okay.
My earliest memory of wrestling, actually seeing wrestling, I mean, because my family had always talked about watching Gorgeous George back in the 50s on black and whites. And of course, being raised Italian American, there was always discussion of Bruno, but never got to see it on TV. So cut to early 1984, my uncle had passed away, my grandmother's brother-in-law, and they lived in Kentucky. So my family and a lot of the family had to go and drive to Louisville for the funeral. I and my brother got to stay with my aunt for the week. And while we were there one day, The TV was on in their TV room. And I think it was just because I don't think they were wrestling fans at the time. They had just like left the TV on and then wrestling followed up. Just happened to be what was on afterwards, whatever they were watching. And it was footage of Hogan winning the title from the Iron Sheik for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I recognized it because I recognized him because I was going, hey, that's Thunder Lips. Like, I didn't know. I thought they just got a big muscle-bound guy to be in the movie. I didn't know he was actually an athlete, a wrestler or anything like that. So like, I knew who that was. And so then I sat and watched it for a little while, and that's kind of what led me into trying to find the show weekly. I think it was Channel 9 at the time. There really wasn't cable at that point. But yeah, that's what brought me in to professional wrestling. And I can say that without Hulk Hogan, I would not be here on this show today. And you said it earlier, this show, there might have been a show, but we'd be talking about something else, like cooking tips or something. I don't know. Just anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Hogan was largely responsible, despite what Meltzer says, for rescuing wrestling, because without him main eventing the first WrestleMania and that show being a success, you remember in the documentary, that could have been the death knell for the WWE at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to give credit for one of the criticisms of Hogan was that he couldn't really actually wrestle. And I'd like to defend against that, because if you've ever seen footage of Hogan wrestling matches in Japan, you'd be like, I can't believe this is the same guy.
Fucking person. Yeah.
Hogan doing enziguris. I mean, Hogan with his finisher that he used in Japan, the Axe Bomber, I think it was called, the crooked arm clothesline, which really he should have used that as his finisher. He could have had a career lasted at least 5-7 years longer than it actually did. A lot less compression on his spine. Having these great matches with Tenryu and Inoki and Stan Hansen. There was a match I found where he was teaming with Tenryu against the Road Warriors. I mean, he was trained by the great Hiro Matsuda. And he, I think, to hear him tell it, he wanted to use the sleeper. I know we talked about, you mentioned Richard Belzer earlier in the show during trivia. Can you imagine really those arms around somebody's head and neck in a match and him using the sleeper?
But also, you have the 24-inch pythons and your finisher is a leg drop.
Yeah. So he could wrestle. And if you see the Japan footage, that plays that out. He knew. You could just make the argument that he knew his audience and he gave the fans in Japan what they wanted, which is strong style wrestling, and he gave the fans in North America what they wanted. The showmanship, the hulking up, the whole tearing of the shirt and everything. He was really, really good. He's not going to be, anybody's answer to Lou Thez, but he could really bring it in the ring. He just didn't when he was over here.
Yeah, no, because it wasn't his audience. He didn't need to.
When Vince didn't like, and that's the fucked up part, because Vince Jr. didn't like wrestling. When your big stars just gonna come out and do one little leg drop, it's different times.
It's easier. You do the big boot, drop the leg, 1, 2, 3. Everybody goes home happy. Buy the merch, watch the cartoon,
exactly,
etc. And it was I didn't like what we saw him become later in life, after apparently his in-ring career was over. Couldn't really say if he was always like that and just knew enough to keep it inside, or if maybe the fame kind of turned him, because, you know, you've seen that happen. You know, you've seen both of those things happen in people. But, you know, like I put in the chat, you know, that's the complexity of man.
Exactly.
And, you know, and yeah, we could certainly harp on, you know, the nasty things that he's done. I mean, you know, one of the Shakespeare quotes that I remember, you know, the evil that men do lives after them, and the good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Hogan. And that's why I come here to praise Hogan today.
Exactly. Steven, well put. Way to end it. Ladies and gentlemen. Just yelling at him. Stop yelling at him.
You know, Steven, I love you immensely. You know this.
Well put. A great way to end our call-in segment. But we'll put a wrap on this with our not so CCO Triple H bringing us home. We are back here next Friday previewing WWE SummerSlam. So get ready. 6 p.m. Eastern. Night 1 of SummerSlam to be exact. So we're hoping to see you all here. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe on your way out before you go. But again, we'll let Triple H take us out.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. You know, banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Able to do that tonight, Nikki. Fun one, a little bit different, more conversational than normal. Bunch of our regulars, our newest regular, Reese. Congratulations. Welcome in one of us. But until next time, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Goodbye.